everyone, I have a really fun project today that is also very, very cheap and inexpensive to make. And they're going to be great for Valentine's Day, in my personal opinion. What we're making is nylon roses. I have seen these types of flowers before. This is my sore attempt. This was my first one I made, and actually the video is only going to be my second one, but I think it turned out pretty good. These are actually made from hose and Kool-aid and wire, and they're really, really inexpensive, easy, and fun to make. And I have seen the flowers before at, we have a Chinese restaurant here where I live, and they actually sell these, and they're really, really pretty, and I've always wanted to make some. So I do not know, this could be an idea, and I'm not taking full credit for it, but I got to thinking about it, and I just bought some really inexpensive hose. I picked these up at Walmart for 33 cents. Actually, these were knee-highs. But just picked those up, and then Kool-Aid, and that's how I got this color. And it's really cool because this was dyed with berry blue Kool-Aid, and it actually smells like cotton candy. So it's a rose, it's fake, so it'll last forever, and it also smells good. So let me show you how we're going to do this. So you're going to need a few things. First off, you're going to need your hose. And like I said, I picked these up at Walmart, and I can never get these things open, for 33 cents. Just a white pair. And like I said, these are knee-highs. They have hose, they have different things. I just happened to pick up the knee-highs. So what you're going to do, and I've already cut a little bit off, but you'll get two. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put one off to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this thick band off the top. You can kind of see, if I stretch it there, you can see this part is thick, and then you just want the bottom part of the nylon. Okay? Now, when I did it the first time, I cut them up in 5 pieces and found out that was not enough. So I'm going to only cut this one in thirds. Now I've already cut 1/3 off, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. So that has given me 3/3. Then I'm just going to take one piece and get it apart here, if I can. They kind of stick. Okay, there we go. Get it apart, get it in a circle, and then I'm just going to cut that in half. So you have your piece of nylon, just like that. Then you want a small cup of water, and this is I believe this was a 3-ounce cup, and I've just filled it up about halfway with really hot tap water. The hotter the better, because it really does help soak in the color. Then you're going to need Kool-Aid, and I found out that 1 packet of Kool-Aid will dye 2 cups worth, like 2 plastic cups worth of your dye. And it's really cool because it really does smell good. Your room or wherever you do this is going to smell awesome because it's very fruity and cherry. Kool-Aid, which I'm going to use here for this one, is my favorite, and it just smells awesome. So I'm just going to open the packet up, and your hands kind of will get dyed from it. And I'm just going to pour the leftover of my half in there. Now the Kool-Aid packs I picked up at Walmart for 20 cents a piece. So I got 5 colors for $1, so I'm only up to $1.33 right now. Stir that around, and actually the less water you use, the more intense the color will be. So I don't want to use too much water, and half the packet of Kool-Aid, and I'll get a nice dark vibrant color. Then you're just going to put the hose down in there. And it's really kind of amazing because it kind of takes on the color, but it also doesn't really stick. And then all of a sudden, it just starts to soak that color up. And like I said, the hotter the water is, the better the color will soak in. And you're definitely going to need some sort of paper towels or something. And I brought this back in case and wasn't even thinking about using it. Just a plastic plate. And this is just a wooden chopstick here. So you're just going to get that down in your liquid, and then I just kind of put the chopstick on top to hold it down. I'm going to set that aside so don't spill it everywhere. And you're going to want to let that sit for anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. The longer you let it sit, the deeper the color gets. So I'm going to grab 2 paper towels now and just fold them over. Put them in my plate here. And I had a berry blue sitting off on the side, and this is what it looks like. And also, you'll see it has soaked through, but let me go ahead and show you this one real quick. Pull it up here. Not as well, you can't see it, but sometimes you'll get little white spots, and the longer you let it sit, those will go away. So this here's been sitting probably 10, maybe 15 minutes. So I'm going to pull this out and just place it on my paper towels. And this is where it gets pretty messy. You're just going to take the paper towels and blot all of that extra moisture off. Okay, so just try to get as much as you can out. And if you need more paper towels, go ahead. You're just trying to remove all that extra moisture out of it. Okay, and it's not sticky because the Kool-Aid itself doesn't have any sugars or anything like that, so they're not sticky. Okay, and here is your material. Now this was dyed, like I said, for probably at least 15 minutes or more, and this is a really dark, rich color. This was only dyed for about, I'd say I only left this in maybe 3 minutes to 5 minutes. And you can tell it's a really light color comparatively, but they're still going to work great. Now, one mistake I made was I tried with one of my colors to dry it with my heat gun, and it did work, but it made the material feel kind of funny. So I don't recommend that you do that. I recommend that you just do this, leave it on the paper towels, and let it just air dry. It will take close to an hour or more to air dry, but once it's done, you'll have something that looks like this. Let's see if I can remember. This here was cherry, right here. This was strawberry, and then this was, I think it was key lime, or lime, I don't remember. But these are the colors you're going to get, and try them with all different flavor Kool-Aids. I want to do a pink lemonade. I think that would be really pretty for a nice subtle pink color. Black cherry, blueberry, grape, just any of the flavors you want. All of them are going to turn out different. And, you know, you might still be able to get away with actually dyeing another batch out of here. Just keep in mind that it's probably going to be lighter. Okay, so now we're going to shape our petals. So I've just got, and it doesn't matter, I just have my glossy accent here. Anything that is round, you can make them really small by, say, using, let's see, a glue stick, okay? That'll give you a smaller, or you can use, say, your Scotch Quick Dry glue, which will give you a larger circle. So any size you want to do is no problem. Then you're going to need wire. Now I happen to have gold, which is not my favorite color. I bought this for another project where I wouldn't be seeing it, but this was all I had. I do want to go get some silver, but I got this at Walmart, and it's just the regular old, it's down like the kids craft aisle, and I want to say this is 20 gauge, but I got it for $2. It was $1.97, and you're going to need some of this, and I've already cut a piece here, which also brings up you're going to need wire cutters. And I'm just going to take my wire and wrap it around my glue bottle and twist kind of tight, and you're going to have to be careful because I got myself earlier. I've already prepared all of my petals except for one, and I actually caught myself with the wire, and it doesn't feel pleasant. So be very careful with that. Okay, so you've just wrapped it around, and it can be kind of loose, and it's okay if it's a little funky looking. That's fine. It'll just add shape to your petals. And you want to leave at least, I'd say about 1.5 to 2 inches of extra wire down the end. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece. Now, I was making a grape flower, and I ran out of grape Kool-aid, and I ran out of grape material. So I'll go ahead and show you what the petal looks like. This was using the grape pose that I did, and I ran out. So I'm using strawberry, but it's not going to look too bad because they're actually almost the same color when you stretch them out. What you want to do is take your circle, go ahead and lay it down in the fabric, fold it over, and then just pull the sides down. And make sure it's kind of taut. You want to make sure it's nice and tight. And once you get that, you're going to take a piece of thread. Now I'm using purple thread because of course I was using the grape one. And okay, so you're going to need a little piece of thread, and then just hold it with your fingers and wrap it around nice and tight right around the base of the circle. And once you've done that, hold out your 2 fingers like that, wrap it around, come around, and go through, and then pull it through that circle. Okay, one more time. I'm going to wrap it around my 2 fingers, wrap it around the circle, and then using my 2 fingers, I'm going to hold that piece of string, and then grab it through and pull it nice and tight. That's just to tie 2 knots to make sure that your string's not going anywhere. And then use your leftover string on the side to tie a double knot again. Okay, and then you can just trim that off. If I can find it here. That's because it's on the other side. Okay, now right now it kind of looks like a lollipop to me. So you could do anything you want with these. You could even make butterflies, which would be really pretty too. But I'm doing the flowers today. Okay. Move all my little pieces inside. Then you want to take the top of your circle and hold it just in the middle. It doesn't really matter because it's kind of loose anyway. And you're just going to pinch the sides up and then stretch the top, the bottom out, and it's just going to look like that. And then I took my glossy accents and then just kind of curled the petal so it has some dimension. Just like that. Now you're going to need 10 of these to create this flower here.